I love a good ride out into the sprawling British countryside, but on a recent ride my indecision was making it difficult to pick my route, so I decided to make a game of it. This is Adventurers Bingo, and it's a simple concept. There is a 5x5 grid of items you are likely to find out in the wild. All you have to do is find them and cross them off. Bingo is called when you complete a line, vertical, horizontal or diagonal, and you can even play to clear the whole grid if you want. I selected 2 hours as my cutoff and rolled my card. The cards are generated completely random, so you may need to take some liberties with the items to suit your location, but there would still be some stinkers here. Firstly, there are castles in the area that are reachable within those 2 hours, but based on the other things I needed to find, I would be much better off following the local waterways, as they would give me a better chance of ticking more boxes. Rabbits or hares would also prove a challenge. They are skittish enough when I'm out walking and they are sure to hear my bike a mile off, but some trips through local farmland should hopefully sort that out. Anything small, such as a bee, could also be difficult to spot while in motion, but as I would likely be stopping a lot anyway, I would just have to keep my eyes peeled each time. With that, let's tick off the free square and get underway. Of course, some of these will be ticked off immediately. The blue flowers are first to fall. Admittedly they look a little violet on camera, but I promise you they were blue. A short ride up the canals later, and there were cows grazing on the other side. Plus, just up on the roadside from here is both a map and a footpath sign. Just like that, I am well on my way to my first bingo line, so I followed the roads on this cycle path for a while to try to find an orange car. Along the way I passed the kissing gate, and of course some red flowers were bound to show up on the lovely manicured front gardens. Annoyingly, I had to head much further into this town than I would like before I finally find an orange car, but this did have the added bonus of being just a short hop from the pub. With that, I have 1 bingo done and still plenty of time to play. Nettles were abundant and scraped my shins constantly as I rode. In my rush, I recorded this bramble after I shredded my leg, but decided that shouldn't count as a nettle, so I made up for it with this. I made my way back to the canals where I decided to stretch the definition of driftwood to its extreme. This is wood, and it is drifting, and as I am hours from the coast I am going to count it. I could have ticked off farmland at any point, but waited until I was properly out in the fields. Just look at it. The country was looking spectacular in the sun, and the diagonal bingo was coming along nicely. A short ride later, the ducks appeared to really make this beautiful section of canal absolutely perfect. Soon the canals became overgrown, so I ducked away for a while to circumnavigate the overgrowth and ticked off Tall Tree. We have a bit of the wide angle syndrome going on here, making this tree not look as tall as it was, but believe me, this is a beast of a tree. I explored the farms nearby, hoping to stumble upon a rabbit or at the very least a tractor, but I was having absolutely no luck with it. I have had rabbits dart out from the roadside here on a few occasions, but maybe today was just too hot for them. The roots around here were also overgrown and got myself another wound courtesy of brambles and stingers, but time was ticking so I had to suck it up and move onwards. There was nothing much to report until I returned back to the canals, where some horses in a field netted me another square. Now, I didn't think I would manage War Memorial, but the next town along had this lovely bench which gave me my second bingo, very quickly followed by my third bingo. A little saddened it had taken me this long to find some bees, but at least they had shown up, and I had more things to find, so I left them to their work. Time was quickly ticking by now, and I had a choice of heading to yet another canal to try for the fisherman, something I couldn't believe I hadn't found as of yet, and then maybe a snail to tick off the shelf for one last bingo, or going for the cat/train line combo to try to grab another bingo that way. I used my last 10 minutes to ride to a train line. I hoped I would snag the cat en route, and maybe even get the fisherman on another stretch of nearby canal. Unfortunately, I would have no such luck. The 2 hours were officially up, and the train line would be my last square. Whilst out of time, I had to sate my curiosity and check the other canal I'd planned on visiting, where of course, there was a fisherman. Not only that, but a short ride from the bridge I found this cute little guy. A little late to count in my bingo game, but I'm always happy to make a new friend. So that's that. In retrospect, I'm pretty impressed I found a war memorial in the country and outside of the major city and towns nearby, but I'm absolutely flabbergasted I couldn't find a fisherman, cat, tractor and gull within the allotted 2 hours. It was an exceptionally hot weekend, so that might explain the cats and the gulls not being around, but the fact I spent 2 hours riding in the countryside and didn't find a single tractor is absolutely amazing. A pretty good game all said and done. 3 bingo lines and 18 items ticked off as long as you count my dodgy definition of driftwood. Not a bad first game and something I'm sure I can top in the future.